All
All
right, I
right.
want to welcome y'all to the family tree. Put your hands together, y'all. This has been a rough one trying to get this one started.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Good to
yeah.
be here.
We know
Hey, hey,
it's going to
hey.
be a good one that's going to happen.
Yeah, man.
Be a goodie. That's going to be a goodie. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're having blackout problems on this side. I had about 3 blackouts
Yeah.
in the last 30 minutes. So it's going in and out. So if it shifts and you see me go out, guess what? It's out. It's probably a blackout. All right, we'll keep trying all through the day tonight. Hopefully everything goes well. How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Yeah,
good,
Bird,
good.
Dr. P.
All right, let me bring it on down. Good. I'm glad everybody's doing well.
Yep.
Bring this on down. Gonna bring it on down. Bring it on down.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, all
man.
right,
Yeah,
all
buddy,
right,
yeah,
all right,
buddy.
all right. Come on off the chair. Come on off the chair.
All I can say is,
All right. Can you see me now? Can everybody
yes,
see?
yes, we can. We got you,
All
man.
right. Oh boy, what a
We got you,
challenge.
buddy.
What a challenge today has been.
That's right.
Oh man.
Brother,
Well, I
just
want to
trying to check
welcome.
us to make sure we got our game going on, Dr. P.
Yep, that's all right. All right, want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Thank you so much for your patience. As I was saying before, we're having a little power issues, so if you see me go out, that's usually what's happening. Has a little stormy weather up here, and this looks like it's hitting one of our main outages up here, so it's knocked out everything. Everything just went out. So we're going to get started and move this thing down the field. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is the Family Tree. This is the place where we do all of the holistic health. And we say holistic health because we want you to be the place where you can ask all those questions of anything going on in your heart and mind. Yep, we can ask it right here, right here. And with that, we say it's the what? Social
Social
Say it
security.
slow. You gotta say it slow.
That's right, bud.
Social
Social security.
That means
Social Security.
there you
That's
go. It's
right.
not
That's right.
it's not a check, it is your family. So with the family in mind, we say gather around the tree. We're going to ask all the questions tonight. If you want to be a part of the conversation, go down to your chat bar right down at the bottom. You can put in your reaction and put your hand up. And if you got a question, anything on your heart and mind, we'll put it in there. And guess what? You can put your hand up like Big B up there. You
Yeah,
got to yeah, your hand is blending in. I can't see it. There it is. I see. And Big B, we'll try to get you in and ask any question you want to. If you're someone that says, I don't want to get on camera, I just want to ask a question, you can actually put your information in the chat box, and Prophetess over there will get it. I still have not seen Prophetess yet. Where is she?
there she is. She's right there waving her hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fingers is working, buddy.
Fingers is working. All right. And she'll try to get to your question. All right. If you're someone that's calling by phone, we may have missed the prompt where it says how to log in. No worries. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll get you in. All right. So we're going to get, without further ado, we're going to get started. And Big B, I want to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan.
Yo, man, yo,
Thank
buddy.
you for holding it down, brother.
Yeah, man. Got to do that.
Thank you for holding
Great
it
job, Big
down.
He's a
Bill.
foot soldier. He's a foot soldier.
Yeah,
Hey.
I heard you over here. It sounded like you were rapping over here. You
Man,
were
what
trying to
can I
keep everybody cool.
Man, you got
Yeah. So tell us, Big B, give us our numbers, man, so we can get started and we can roll right on in.
All right, buddy. You got that, guys.
Right.
Coming up from our very, very favorite website right now with COVID data tracker. We're looking at it right now. This is coming from last year, December 9, 23, up to now, November 30, 2024. Early indicators for testing for positivity for, at this point, test positivity 4.0%. So it's still down. Emergency department visits, guys, were diagnosed as for COVID-19 is 0.6%, Dr. P. And our hospitalization, our rate is 1.5% per 100,000. Now, the death rate right now, guys, is at 0.9%. So that's where we go, man. So the early indicators represent a portion, Dr. P, of national COVID-19 tests and emergency department visits from wastewater. And that information also provides early indicators of the spread. Okay, that's where you are, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. We're going to get right straight to it. Any questions? We said we're going to get into directly with the testimonies. Anyone have a question, a testimony that's on their heart and mind? Anything before we get to the questions? They're open. The floor is open right now. We always say testimony goes a long way. And that
Always does,
means
buddy. Yes, sir. Yes,
somebody
sir.
going in a storm, coming out of a storm. So with that, we want to hear from you. Anything you've been using? You may have said my blood pressure got better this week. Or guess what? They told me to give me them pills. They don't need them no more.
Well,
How
excuse
about
me.
that? How about that? My knees aren't hurting that much.
Oh, look out now. Look out.
Back
Look out,
not
buddy.
hurt. We want to get your input. If you have a testimony, the floor is officially open, Big B. So
Well,
anybody?
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
have one. And Grand Risings, everyone.
Grand Rising.
All right, Nisa.
It's kind of mixed.
Okay.
My testimony first of all is meeting you, Dr. Paul, and learning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to meet you in person on Monday.
Oh,
All right. Look out now. Look out, Dr. P.
So
you're gonna shock the
final. And I don't think my sisters want to hear that. So, but I'm sure everyone will agree. My testimony, first of all, in the Bible, it says faith without works is dead.
Amen.
But prayer without works is dead as well. I received a lot of prayers, and I know I did. And I will be moving back to Florida because prayers have been answered, and I'm going back to bring my husband home.
All right. Yeah, let's stop
Yes,
right
yes,
there.
yes.
Give me
That's what's happening. Love to hear that.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
everybody,
That's
come
awesome.
on.
Yes,
Peter.
indeed.
Praise
indeed.
God. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Yes.
amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
We happy
That is
for you.
beautiful
Praise
news. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
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 Yes.
Nisa.
Yeah, thank you. I know the prayers were answered, and I know I felt it. You feel things. I talk to him. I don't start my day without him.
Yes, yes, yes.
First thing I say, I'm so glad this day didn't start without me.
I know that's right.
Yes. So I am leaving on Christmas morning
Wow.
in that auto train to Sanford.
All right now.
Oh,
That's
wow.
all right now.
They wrote a song about it. Yes. So,
well, congratulations.
But learning the things that I've learned from you, Dr. Paul, meeting you on the phone a few years back, and the herbs and things you give us. I thank God for giving me the wisdom to be able to take these herbs and do combinations for problems I'm having. And I said, well, I'm going to try this, and I'm going to put this, and I'm going to put that together and see what happens. And things have been happening. I saw Dr. Lenny today, and I've even felt better today. I've had structural issues, balance. I was having pain when he was doing certain things, and he know that I'm not having that pain that I was having. So that's my testimony, because when I get my husband home, and he knows he's coming, and he is just as happy as he can be.
Amen.
And my son is going with me to stay with me for a few days to help him adjust. You know, I was talking to him today, and I said, the challenges. He said, well, Mom, they're going to be challenges. Life is not without challenges. So he said, you just pray to God to help you deal with those challenges.
Yes.
And that's what I gave him. I made him a calendar for December, and I said, look, the 28th, Charles comes home, and I said, you mark off each day, because it's coming, and he's just so excited. And I know God changed, because I prayed for him to change his mental status. He had 3 traumatic brain injuries.
Wow.
So he has come a long way, but at one time he didn't know who I was, but he does. And we went, and they lost his teeth, lost his shoes. But as the person said on TV on one of the shows, we went and got his teethus.
I know that's right. Got his teethus. I know that's right.
So he's so happy, and he called me the other day, and I said he had the wrong person, because he thought he was calling his sister. He said, well, we were in that store. I want you to get me, those candies. We were in Cracker Barrel, and he saw the chocolate Hershey. He said, I want you to get me some. I said, well, I'll call your sister, because I'm not there. She said, well, tell me to get 2 of them. So I just want to thank everyone.
Yes, yes.
Thank everyone for the prayers, and
Yes,
I'm
yes,
going
yes.
to. I can't wait to get him home so I can take control because he will be on the green drink and the supplements that he needs. His mind
Mm-hmm.
care. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give him the dandelion because he had a history of prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He's diabetic, so I said, "Well, I got to get you back in shape." So, all right.
Well, let's
Mm-hmm.
give
Everyone.
Nita a hand one more time. Everybody give
Yes,
Nita a
Congrats.
indeed. That's what's
hand.
up.
Congrats.
Amen.
Everybody, come
Yes,
on,
yes,
give
yes,
her
yes,
a
Congratulations,
God be with
yes.
you.
hand.
Congrats.
God be with you.
Congrats.
Yes.
Very much.
Awesome,
Thank the
See?
Lord
awesome,
for
So
you.
many other
Nita.
regions, Nita.
Right.
awesome, Nita. We looking
You have so
forward
many
to,
people
you know,
coming
the
back to you.
process. We say, you know, the
Yes.
process has been waiting. You know, prayers. He said, prayer without works is dead.
Yeah, I know that's right.
And that's why we have to, some people will pray but won't do something.
Well,
That's
Right.
why we gave, you know, I had a teacher. She was a vocal teacher. She knows, she told me, she said, little Paul, you got to pray and row the boat.
well,
That's what
I know that's right,
I
buddy.
say.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
that's right. So that's what we do. We pray and row the boat. Keep on moving, and God leads you the right way. So congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to some great news. Great news.
Yep, I'll still be on that Zoom.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who else we have here? Big B. Anybody else?
Anybody else got a testimony?
Anybody have a testimony? Anything on their heart and mind? Anybody? Anybody got anything?
I have a
going on?
testimony.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How you doing?
Bye.
I'm well, praise God. The green drink, I always keep it on stock, Dr. Paul. However, I don't drink it every day, you know, as everybody do. I'm not faithful drinking it every day, but I always keep, I got plenty in stock. I have bags. Anyway, um, for maybe about 2 months, I've been having, I guess people call it trigger finger or something.
Uh-huh.
My left on my left hand, my ring finger, it would get stuck, and I would have to force it open. You know, I was refusing to leave it stuck. Some people say, "Oh, my finger don't open up. My finger don't open up," but I wasn't. I was refusing. So I would massage my hand and do everything that I, you know, could, and put the castor oil on it and everything. Well, all of last week, I started drinking my green drink faithfully. And yesterday, I forgot that my hand was even hurting, that my finger was getting stuck. And I said, "Oh, it's the green drink. I'm drinking my green drink." So I don't have it doesn't get stuck anymore. Well, at least since yesterday, I know. And I was like, wow, my finger's not getting stuck anymore.
Wow.
So I'm going to contribute it to the green drink and my fish oils with the lignans in it. And I also, when I make my smoothie with the green drink, I was putting some MCT oil in it also. So I think, you know, with all things.
All right, let's
All right,
give
see?
that a hand.
See?
Give that a hand.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. Way to go, Vet.
You know
Way to go,
what?
Vet.
I tell everybody, you know,
Very good, Yvette.
if you can make it happen, that you can take it. It's getting used to the rhythm of taking a green drink. That's what it is. It's these cycles that we say, well, I got to keep taking this. I got to keep that. But the benefits are going to well outweigh your reward. It's going to be amazing because now you can start to release you from that. See, we haven't had a lot of really good energy.
Can you mute yourself, Mark?
It's hard to get the energy. And that we living on this northern hemisphere, our biggest problem is that we're farther away from the equator. So the food doesn't have the power and energy that it should. So that's why the green drink, we get the highest hydrogen from the land and the sea. And I'm so glad that you can see that. It made you alkaline. So it says, you know what it said, Yvette? I don't have to go after them fingers no more.
Well,
right.
If
I
you are
started thinking
alkaline,
about doing, you know, no matter how much water I drink, it still just wasn't getting. I needed that.
You got it.
So yeah, my fact, because I'm like, no, I refuse. You know, my finger to get stuck. You know, some people be like, oh, this is the furthest my finger go. Yeah. And I'm like, you can open your finger, and it started happening to me. I said, oh no, I rebuke that.
There you go.
And
there you go.
Now, can you imagine what your body has to deal with now when people have things like sodas, got it? Sodas, fermentation, refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils, All of these things are pulling that moisture out and making it more hard. I had one guy, I don't know if I told y'all about the guy that had his finger got stuck. His fingers literally got stuck just like this. Like he was about, you know how you know your finger pointing like you're pointing at somebody?
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Got caught in here, calcified, got like a rock. So it literally he was taking too much apple cider vinegar. And I kept telling him, don't mess with the apple cider vinegar. But he kept doing it. And guess what? It calcified him. And with that happens also with knees, joints, ligaments, connective tissue. You got it? So anything we say, watch those foods, but you got to alkalize. So congratulations to you. All right. I'm glad it worked out for you.
It did.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Big B, who else we got over there? Another testimony?
Anybody else?
Hi, this is Jared. I have one.
Hey, Jerry, go ahead, buddy.
So I mean, I guess I should have shared this a long time ago, but I've been a CPR first aid instructor for the last 20 years. Certified through the American Red Cross. Last Saturday, I went to meet with this family up on the main line. He's a Comcast executive. So I went there. I do home visits. I teach classes all over. I went to visit his house. I got to the door, I had my mannequins, my my AED and everything. So the butler came to the door and was like, "How can I help you?" And I said, "Well, I came to certify." They had a newborn. So he wouldn't let me in the house. So I said, "Well, can I come in?" He was like, "I can't let you in right now. I have to go get the Mr. Such and such and such and such." So I'm standing out there. I'm like, "Wait a minute!" I was gonna turn around and leave. So the father finally came to the door. He did him. The other guy had some words. I was like, "It's because of my color. We're not supposed to be teaching, how to save a life." So I just kind of got into my feelings. But so besides all that, I went there. I did the whole CPR thing for the infant, how to do the rescue breathing for the infant, how to do the CPR with the 2 or 3 fingers and all. And the mother started crying because when I teach the reality. This is stuff you need to do, and the whole choking thing, and how the whole 9 yards. So needless to say, I charge a certain amount to do home visits. I got home, and it was an extra couple $100 in there. So it was a check. So I called I said, "Yo, I only, is something wrong with the check?" He said, No. What you teach had me in tears. And you can't put a dollar amount on showing somebody how to save a life.
Have mercy.
So so everybody, if you need to learn CPR first aid, AED, I'm here for you. I'll put my information.
I was just going to say that, Jared.
Yes.
And,
put it in the chat, Jared.
Yeah, I will.
Contact website, the whole 9 yards, phone number.
Everybody come off of mute.
Yeah, man.
Jared.
That's
Appreciate
important.
you, brother. That's powerful work, man. You're doing great
Go,
stuff.
Jared.
Yes.
Go, Jared. Praise
Awesome
God.
stuff.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Probably be hearing
Great
from me.
Congratulations.
Keep up the good work,
Good
Jared.
job, Jared. Great work.
Congratulations.
I'm glad you didn't walk away.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I was just a little stuck. I'm like, well, I even have my American Red Cross red shirt on with my name, with my badge, with my name on my badge. I was like, and he was just like, "Wait a minute, you can't come in right now." I'm like, "Whoa!" I was like, something wrong here. But it worked out. Showing them how to, to do the whole thing with the infants, adult, child, and infant CPR, first aid, AED, everything. So
yeah, man.
So I'll put my information in the chat. If you guys need anything, just reach out, and I'll do home visits also. So
all right,
okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Jared.
You should have said something sooner because my certification about to run out.
And Jared, for those that are listening by phone that can't see the chat box, can you just give out your number for those?
Sure. It's 267-210-4697. Jared Anthony, JARROD, last name Anthony.
All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you,
touching
guys.
hearts and minds, man. You're touching hearts and minds.
Can I get your phone number again, please?
267
Mhm.
210 4697.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Indeed,
All right.
indeed, indeed.
All right,
Hey,
who else?
Jared, can I say something if I may? I know our world is crazy right now, okay?
Yeah.
But remember one thing, God created one race of people,
Sure did.
human. But
Yeah.
no matter, people will try and do stuff to your head, but there's only one controller, and that's dad, y'all.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
understand? So don't
Yeah.
allow things to suppress you to the point, because sometimes your head will mess with you, make you think because of this or because of that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you walk and death. Like my mantra every day: if you wake me up, you got the nerve to wake me up. I got the nerve to do what you want me to do, no matter
Yeah.
who it is. And
Yeah.
that's
That's
the way
right.
I'm going. Okay.
That's
I hope you
right.
don't
Amen.
mind me saying that, brother,
Oh
because
no, that's all good.
that needs to be
Appreciate that.
happening.
Thank you
All right.
guys.
Yeah,
Sounds
man.
good,
Love you, man. Make
Yes,
sure you
Love you
get your
back.
stuff in. That's what happened.
Can I say something in reference to the CPR? I'm a nurse. I was at the hospital, and we just honored a nurse at the hospital. She was actually in a patient's room and heard a whole bunch of commotion out in the hallway, kind of in the waiting room area. And she ran out of the patient's room, and there was a 9-month-old baby that was choking. The aunt had given the baby a French fry to kind of suck on. And the parents and the family were freaking out. They had no idea what to do.
Right.
Luckily, she was they were in the hospital at the time visiting someone. The nurse snatched the baby out of their hands, flipped the baby over, and started doing CPR, pounded on the baby's back. And, the French fry, came out the baby's mouth, the baby's mouth. But and we honored her at that time, because if they had even been in the parking lot, you know what I mean, or somewhere like that, because the baby was turning blue at the time that the nurse ran out of the room because she heard a bunch of commotion. So it is so important to learn CPR. You really have no idea how quickly you will be glad that you know what to do in a situation. So I second you, Jared. It is super important for everyone to learn, especially, new grandmothers, grandfathers with,
That's right.
grandkids, and, the children are with you, and something happens, you want to know what to do. Parents is super important. So I just wanted to say that.
All right, Summer, thank you so much for that input. That means a lot, because
Yes,
you can
indeed.
also have devices. There are actually suction devices that you can also do that are good also for both, for children and adults. Because when you get something caught and there's nobody around, to do the Heimlich on you, or to do that maneuver or something like that, you're going to have to do something. So there's a device. If I can pull it up, I'll give a demonstration of how that actually is used. But you can use that. It's the suction device that'll pull it right out of you.
Right.
So congratulations to you all. To continue to do the work. If you have not been certified for CPR, I would definitely suggest you do so. Everybody needs to know it. Everybody needs to do it. Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you. And let's see who else we got there, Big B, before we go to questions.
But anyone else have a testimony?
So when she finished using the bathroom?
No, I didn't. Anita, stop. We don't want to go to the bathroom.
All right,
she
we're
heard
going to
that.
get started. I know we're running behind, so if there's no
Yeah,
more
man.
testimonies, we're going to get started. Okay.
All
Now,
right,
before we do
go ahead.
that, Big B, before
Come
you
on.
do that, I want to bring Dr. Eloise on. Dr. Eloise, are you here?
Yes, she are.
Hey, Dr. Eloise,
Yes,
how
I
you
am.
doing?
I'm doing fine.
All
Glad
right.
you made it, Dr. Paul.
Yes, I'm glad I made it too.
I think I told you this the other day.
Yeah. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself.
Mute yourself, guys.
Somewhere along the way, things was held up.
Please,
Please mute.
Anita.
There you go. Okay.
I got her. All right.
Okay. I just wanted to let everybody know, give a reminder. We're having a event on Sunday. It's called Turn Back the Clock, Discovering the Secrets of Healthy Aging. And it's going to be a workshop that's interactive. We're going to be showing people how to do different exercises that are good for certain organs in your body, like some Qigong and some Tai Chi. We'll also do some more Western movements and yoga. We're going to have food that's anti-aging. It's all about longevity. We want to be moving and grooving as long as
Moving
I know
and
that's right.
grooving. I
so
like
we're
that.
going to share a lot of good information. And like I said, it's going to be very interactive. And I'll be doing it. And also, a woman I just met this past summer, her name is Dr. Sai Powell, and she's a wellness coach. She's a retired gynecologist and obstetrician. But this is for men and women. It's not just for women. So we want some guys to come out too. But one of the things I wanted to offer to the folks here is that it's going to be, it's $75. It's from 2 to 3:30. But for those attendees, we're going to give you 50% off for acupuncture or Reiki during the month of January.
All right.
31st.
Okay.
So you get a nice discount. We have a goodie bag that has a lot of great things in there, you know, to help you out. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 7401 Old York Road at my office. And it's going to be from 2 to 3:30 this Sunday. So let me know if you're interested. We need folks to sign up and register. And I guess he's putting information out.
Yep, it's right there.
So yeah, because we don't have a lot of space. So we need people to sign up.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Dr. Eloise. We're looking forward to that. That's going to be a good event. And, you know, for those that are for the very first time getting exposed to acupuncture and other healing methods, this is a great one to open up with. You know, it's always those that can then deliver, you know, the communication. Some, you know, people can do it better than others. And even if we are trained in it, you still got to teach it. So I want to say that Dr. Eloise is an excellent teacher. She's excellent with her delivery. And any questions, I'm sure you can ask her and she'll just be able to. She's just so cool, though. You know, it's like every time it's like when I'm talking to her, I was like, she just sounds like Zen, you know, she sounds just like relaxed. Like,
hey, Dr. Paul, the comment in the hood, she just fly like that. She can't help herself.
Fly like that. So, particularly with that event, again, 7401 Old York Road. That's going to be this Sunday. Is that Sunday?
It's the 15th, not the
15th.
Okay, the 15th.
Okay. 15th is Sunday. And it's a beautiful space and a beautiful place. And I concur with everything Eloise said. She's the best.
From 2 p.m. to 3:30. All right. Come on out. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Eloise. Is there anything else you want to say before you go?
Before she goes,
I want to say this is a good time to get, you know, revved up for January because we all get on these new fitness regimens and everything. So this will be a good time to get introduced to some new information, try some new exercises. We'll have some foods you can sample that are good for, you know, aging, and it'll get you ready for January, for your new year.
Yep, and also this is also a perfect time because we remember change of seasons, family.
Yeah.
This is in preparation for your change of seasons, which is when? When is the change of season? Everybody know when the change of season is?
December 21st.
December the 21st.
21st, December 21st. That is correct. Officially, winter is upon us. Okay, so make sure you get that information, get prepared for your seasonal change, and cleanse every change of seasons. All right, thank you, Dr. Eloise. We appreciate you. Always a pleasure. That's see the background behind her. She look like she's about to go lay back down right under there.
That's where I want to be.
Want you make more sense.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Eloise. All right.
Okay, Big B, let's see. Who do we have? Let's go to the chat box.
You know what? I have a question. You kind of follows this up. What is the regimen for the colon cleansing parasite capsules? They both say take at lunch and dinner. We are taking them simultaneously, or do you do colon cleanse first until the bottle empty and then start on the parasite cleanse?
Right. Always colon cleanse first, then sweep. And the parasite is the sweep. Got it? You always got to cleanse first with the colon cleanse because that's actually a list. Those herbs are specifically used for moving and getting you into what's called a desired result. A
Okay.
desired result, which means that you, soon after you eat, soon after you eliminate. Got it? So
Mhm.
once you've done that till the end of the bottle, then you go to the parasite formula. Because when people start to cleanse, everybody has
Oh, okay.
parasites, all right? Contrary to what everybody says, they think that even those that say that they're vegan, they're vegetarian, and they eat everything, everybody has parasites, but to what level and what degree, that's the concern. Some
Mhm.
people have more than others. What you're doing is when you, especially if you're a meat eater, if you're cleansing with the colon cleanse, it's going to strike up these little things, of course, these parasites, which are sentient beings. They decide that, hey, Big B, they trying to get rid of me.
I know that's right.
What do? They start to spawn more eggs, more larvae, more eggs. And therefore, when that happens, that's why you have to follow up with a sweep. Got it? That's where the parasite comes from, and that's the eliminator. So those are specifically designed for all of the different types of parasites that are out there. So
Okay, so how
cleanse
many
first.
capsules do you take, and how many times a day?
Follow the bottle. The bottle
Okay.
tells them after a meal. Got it? One capsule after the bottle. Follow the directions on the bottle.
Okay.
And then after that, you follow that to the end of the bottle. Then you go to the parasite and you do the very same thing. If you read the
Okay.
bottle, it says it right on there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, because I know some folk were saying, "Man, I only eat once a day. So what if I don't eat but once a day? Well, how do I get them in?" So
Yeah.
follow the bottle, regardless how
Follow the
many times you
bottle.
eat, right?
And that's with anything, any herb
Okay.
that if you're not sure about how to do it, just follow the bottle. That's what's
Okay.
called the layman's terms. That's based on, a general purpose. It's not necessarily therapeutic level, but it's enough to get you started. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, Dr. Paul. There was a question over here on Facebook. Wanted to know, let me find it here.
Mm-hmm. You know what? While you're
Yeah,
doing
go
that,
ahead.
I
Sure.
got something real quick I want to show y'all.
Sure,
When
go
we
ahead.
talk about I was sitting with someone today and we were talking about, the oysters and clams and mussels. And I was explaining to them that, you don't want to eat them because of what they do. They they are the filters of the
Yeah,
ocean,
buddy.
right? And I was explaining to them that when they pull out the filtration system of a clam, they put a camera inside of there.
Oh,
Big B, they ran dye through it, and then they
Ooh.
ran a camera through, and they said that the clam, the mussel, and the oyster was the most sophisticated filtering system on the planet.
No kidding.
They said when one side takes in, guess what? The other side comes out fresh water. And I want to show you one song. I got something to show you. It's only about 30 seconds. It
That's all
only
right.
takes about 30 seconds, but it's a time lapse. It's a time lapse of about 30 seconds. I want to show y'all this. Y'all want to see this?
Yes,
This is
indeed.
amazing. This is amazing. Check this out. Check this out. While y'all was talking, I was playing around over here. Hold up. Let me grab this. Hold up.
Yeah,
I want y'all to see this. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see
There we
it?
go. Yep, we got it.
All right, this is the time lapse of clams. See, on this side, here's the clams, both the same water. This is the same water. Y'all watching this? Can y'all see it? Both the same water. And here's the clams over here. Now, let me hit this time lapse and show you how this thing starts to cleanse. All right. Watch the right side. That's where the clams are. Time lapse. This is amazing.
Get the hell out of here.
Look at that water.
Yeah.
In 1 hour. Look what's happening in 1 hour.
Look at that, man.
That's
Look
deep.
at that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Did y'all see that? Did you see
That's
that?
crazy.
On the beds of America's
And I
waterways
don't
are
have
small
like a
species.
See
whole.
the clam.
I'm gonna find another one that actually goes
Nature
into depth
is
about that.
amazing.
But that is amazing. See how fast that
Wow.
stuff can actually cleanse?
Wow.
So my question to you is, when you eat that clam,
That tells you, boy, don't you start.
Okay.
Oh, man.
where is
Nature
that stuff going to end up in? Inside of you.
inside of you.
You got it.
Man, see that?
Ends up in your nervous system.
Help me,
Yep.
Lord. Help me,
Yep.
Lord.
Ends up in your autonomic disruptions, Parkinson's, ALS, Lou Gehrig's, multiple
Enough
sclerosis.
said.
Yep. Got it, family. Breaks that line. Now break that line. That all that stuff that clam and that mussel and that oyster was actually cleaning out was what? Parasites, bacteria, virus, fungus, all kind of stuff. So what happens is this is what we're exposing ourselves to. So every time I see somebody eating clams or the mussels, I go like this. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh,
it only takes one.
The word is
It only takes one.
Ew, man.
I hope y'all got the point. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Now you go ahead.
You're not sorry, no. You wanted to get us real good. That's the best way to do it. Put it in your face. They can never say I didn't see that.
That was a great video.
I got that point.
Dr. Moore, you can't unsee that.
You can't unsee that, man. So why people with people who have fish tanks, why y'all buying filters for? You better grab some clams. That's all you got to do. You don't have to get no filters.
Never even thought about that.
You know, if you have a fish tank, all you got to do is throw some clams, some oysters, or some mussels in there. That's it.
I'm glad I came to class, Dr. Paul.
Sparkling clean.
Have mercy, y'all.
You can't see God, you ain't looking. That's a filtration system right there. All right.
Well,
all right,
okay.
Let's see. Going to the questions. Let's go to some questions.
Definitely want to know what's a good herb for fractured ankle for internal bone healing. This person is not in Philly, but hopefully they'll get a chance to maybe Stephanie can send a request for us to send it out.
Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just for food for the soul. You know, I gave y'all the DMSO last week. Remember the DMSO with the special creams, but also there's the list of ones that are always bone density would be we always talk about it would be the alfalfa, it would be the comfrey. Got it? Those are the bone density ones. Things like also the DMSO with the arnica creams. All of those help to actually deal with tendons, connective tissue. Absolutely, if you want to heal faster, they have to get off of the acid-forming foods. Got it? Stay off the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. So comfrey would be my number one, though. That would be the number one, along with something like the alfalfa. Okay, those are the two that are very good for bone density. Okay, there's also burdock root. Burdock root would be the third one. I would put in that same category. Okay, Stephanie? All right. Okay, Big B.
All right. There was, of course, Cheryl has a question. So what's the name of the EMF sticker? Isn't that the body, for the smartphones and the watches that you put on so the EMF doesn't get from place to place?
Yeah, the Body Well chip.
Body Well, right.
Body Well. Body Well chip. All the prophetess can throw that in there, the link. bodywellchip.com. If you go to the website, you can put that on there. Yeah. And then again, you got to get this, I'm seeing more folks with two phones now, carrying around two phones at a time,
Yeah.
And
the thing that scares me, our fine ladies with two phones and put one on one side over here and one side over here.
You know what I cringe also, and I'll try to stop them if I see them, is when the seniors have their septopass around their neck.
Yes.
And inside of their little pouch, they got the cell phone.
Yes.
Not good.
Be very careful, family.
Especially if they have a pacemaker.
Yes.
If you have a pacemaker, you should not be in certain places. Hopefully, they've made you aware that if you have a pacemaker, you should not be around certain things. Like some of the times, did you know that if you have a pacemaker, you can't open certain car hoods?
Yeah.
You know that. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that, Big B?
Can't
open certain car hoods. Some car hoods kick off an EMF that'll shut down a pacemaker. Yeah. So some cars, will have more than others, but yeah, makes a big difference.
Okay. And the finish of that question was also, what else can we take instead of omega-3 fish oils, I guess for vegans?
Yeah, that would be the sea buckthorn. That would be my first one. The sea buckthorn. SEABUCKTHORN. Sea buckthorn also or hemp seed. Either one of those. Hemp seed, fennel seeds. Those are the alternative, or chia seeds. Those are your three options with the omega-3. Yeah. But sea buckthorn is always we say that's the queen right there. Queen is the sea buckthorn.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dr. Let's go. Carol G is up in the corner there. Carol G, you there?
Carol G.
Hands up.
Carol G in the house. Hey,
Hi, everybody.
what's up, Carol?
Yeah, Dr. Paul, Big B, Prophetess, and family. How's everybody doing tonight?
Just wonderful.
Good.
They kind of diagnosed my mom. I think they know what it is. The ITB band. You ever heard of it, Dr. Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking it up. I'm wondering if the chiropractor or the other doctor, Eloise, can they help that? They have a lot of exercises, but some of them she's not going to be able to do. And so can either one of those doctors
is Dr. Lenny on? Because he can talk about the IT
He
band.
was. Dr. Lenny, you still there?
Yes.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up, Doc?
What's happening, buddy? Glad you got through the technical difficulties there.
Yeah.
I'll have to get them myself, man.
I'm working over here, man.
Good deal.
Yeah. So
the IT band, I is ilium or your hip, and T is your tibia. So it's a band that runs down the side of your leg, the lateral part of your leg. And I find a lot of that is often compensatory, coming from an issue typically with the hip flexor, which is, let's see if I can, it's this muscle here. So if you look at my sweatpants, even when this gets tight, it'll pull and affect this. I don't know if you can see that too well.
Doc, can you turn your phone sideways?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Go ahead.
All right, man.
There we go.
This
we got
muscle
you.
gets shortened, which happens a lot when people sit. It'll pull and it'll affect this tracking in through here. And then the same thing with the muscle in the back of the knee called the popliteus and then the foot. So we've been able to have some success with it. Acupuncture definitely could be a great approach as well. And definitely, I'm sure Dr. Eloise has some great success with that as well. Definitely something that the exercises for that in particular, like they suggest like foam rolling is a lot of the stuff that you can get in there and break that up. But for someone that's elderly, that might be real uncomfortable. And another suggestion, I have it on my finger, it's called rock tape or kinesio tape. You can put that on the side of the leg there, and that could be something she could sleep with. That'll get more blood flow, and it's called proprioception, how the brain perceives that area. So it's kind of enhancing the stimulus in that pathway, so that the brain and the body are connected. It kind of turns the volume up on that connection.
Thank you, Doc. Let me tell you, I got experience on that Papalitas, buddy. Papalitas got my name on it. Hey, Doc, you know what? I don't know, Doc. What is it that it seems like I've been going through these things, and because it's like I said, God, are you just taking me through this so I can go through it, so I can teach it? Because as soon as I hit it, I'm gonna share it with y'all. And man, I've been getting hit.
You need to sacrifice somebody else or something there, buddy. You don't need it anymore right now.
But you know what? I can tell you one thing that's working, Doc. Let me tell you, because I've been having the QL strain issue and it's been going on, but Doc is feeling much better. I'm doing much better, and it takes a long time for it to heal. But you know what was really been working with me? When I come home, I immediately put my ankle weights on. It's interesting. And the ankle weights are helping me to get that, because I'm doing natural movements. It's helping me when I'm moving side to side. So when it's helping me before I go to bed. I'm having a good sleep now. And then first thing in the morning, the ankle weights they're really helping me, because I got to walk upstairs to get something. I'm using all the body in motion, and it's really strengthening my knees too. I noticed that it's strengthening my knees. So good stuff. Thank you, Dr. Lenny. Let's get Dr. Lenny ahead.
Dr. Paul, one second.
Go ahead.
So that was a lot, but the symptom is bothering her tibia. But that's only a symptom of the problem in the pelvic area, are you saying?
Well, so that complex of this pulling here, the other muscle that really I found a ton of involvement in is called the popliteus, which is in the back of the knee. So it attaches into your tibia, your fibula, and your femur, and it'll torque your knee as well on the bottom end. So that would be my first go-to, would be that popliteus muscle on the back. I find that the IT bands are often compensatory. It's not like the primary thing. There's usually something else that's making that IT band flare up.
So an X-ray was done, and then they said to do exercise. They saw something in the hip.
Yeah,
that's where it stems from, the hip.
Well, it's you can also compensate for one side versus the other. You know how if you have strain on one side, you're gonna put the weight on the other side. So she has to be assessed, I'm sure, before they can really determine.
The back or the acupuncture? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, well, in terms of acupuncture, we look at it a little differently. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but dealing with Chinese medicine, we deal with meridians. So right now, it sounds like she has inflammation, which causes a blockage in the front of her leg, you're saying, right? So that has to do with the spleen. And then on the side, it's more of the gallbladder, and the back is the bladder. So what I would do is I would insert needles into those meridians, not a lot, just, certain major acupuncture points to release the inflammation. Because right now, the chi, the vital force, is stuck. It's stagnant. And that's not allowing the movement of the inflammation out of the body. Okay, so it's really, we look at it as a blockage of the energy flow that's causing the inflammation to just sit there. As long as the chi is flowing, wherever it may be on the body, the chi gets the inflammation out of the body. That's what it does. And the chi moves the blood. It gets the inflammation out. So I would insert needles in certain meridians. I'd probably insert one on the hip. That's the gallbladder meridian, basically. And if she's being affected in the back, I would do needles in the back. I would put one behind the knee and probably some other areas, but I would actually just put the needles in those areas. And that's why acupuncture is really fantastic in terms of getting rid of pain. Really is. But the, chiropractic is great too.
Okay, Carol, I would say try it all. You see what responds. Acupuncture is excellent. And Dr. Eloise, question for you. With the QL on that area on that back, would that mean that the person would be face down and they would get to the hip or to the lower back? Where would the acupuncture pressure points be on that?
Well, like you were saying, I'd have to do an assessment, and I do that first by doing a pulse diagnosis to see what is because I can tell what her blockages are too. But I'll check in a pulse. So depending on what the pulse is telling me, and certain other indicators, that would tell me where to insert the needles. I'd also do the liver, because the liver is great in terms of moving that chi. So you get that chi to move out.
And that is so correct. There are so many levels of toxicity with livers right now that I'm seeing it's way over the top, y'all. We're exposed to so much toxicity, and age has nothing to do with this. I got young folks coming in their 20s with seriously toxic livers. So it just means the times we're living in. So thank you, Carol. I say you got just try them all.
Yeah, give me a call.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, Big B. Let's see who we have, buddy.
You know what? There's a comment over here on Facebook. So Linda Leggett says, thanks for the red onions for high blood pressure. Mine went down from 169 over 99 to 116 over 78. The pulse is 70.
Go ahead now.
Okay,
now. Give me them numbers one more time. Give me them numbers one more time.
The original number was 169 over 99 to 116 over 78, and the pulse is in the 70s. Okay, that's Linda Leggett.
That is amazing.
All
that
right,
is amazing.
That's one of those stealth
That's a stealth detox. That's a stealth
stealth.
testimony, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lenny. We appreciate that
Thank
because a
you.
lot of people need to hear that. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much for that. That's on Facebook side, right?
Yes, on the Facebook side, right?
Okay. Shout out to Facebook fam over
Right.
there.
Now, I got a question over here. Ron says in the January Consumer Reports, Dr. P, it states that comfrey is linked to cancer as well, liver damage. They say that it is banned in oral form in the U.S. for those reasons, but still available online. Is this right?
I always have to address the comfrey.
Thanks for that question, Ron.
Yeah. So the problem is always this. Okay, comfrey for a long time has been always known, even since ancient times, to be for bone, joints, ligaments, connective tissue. It also adds magnetism to your muscle.
Yes.
So when people get the chicken arms, you get the chicken arms, start to, well, what?
All right.
Well, what happens with that? That's actually your muscles losing its magnetism. So what is magnetism? It's when you have the male-female principle that tightens that muscle. So what they were using it for was things like back in ancient times, the ancient Israelites used it so that you can get tight muscles. You couldn't cut them, Big B. You couldn't cut somebody. Got it?
Right.
So what happens with that is that has been known in our culture as a herb that will help to knit the bone, get the bone right. Fractures, bone breaks, all kind of things, ankle sprains. So when they started introducing it to the industry people started taking it, and guess what? Didn't need a hip replacement no more. Didn't need a knee replacement or ACL. So then they started saying, kind of like, we got to get this comfrey out of here. So they tried to do a study. I did say try, didn't I? I said try to do a study. And they actually showed, they said, well, we gave the rat or the specimen the comfrey and the liver failed. So now that's why you can't have that, because the liver failed. But here's the problem. Whenever they do these things, they do them specifically to nullify this, because it was messing up the market, to nullify the fact that comfrey was doing what it's doing. So they nullified by not giving the subject water. Got it? So they never gave the actual specimen water, and then guess what? The liver failed. So they've now came out and said that all comfrey has to be removed if it's in combination with anything. It can only be used by itself. And if you do have comfrey, it can only be used like a tea, and you can only bathe in. Now that makes no sense at all, because guess what? If you bathe in it, you're absorbing more of it with your pores than you are if you take it.
That's exactly right.
It makes no sense at all.
To your largest organ.
It just goes back to show you that it's all about the water. When you take herbs, the only reason that they're finding these studies and they're scaring people has a lot to do with fear and the fact that they're not drinking water. You cannot take herbs and not drink water. Y'all heard me say that 1,000,000 times. So that's the only thing that really becomes a problem. It makes no sense if you can bathe in it and you can't take it internally, because you're taking it internally when you put it on your skin.
That's exactly right.
So that's really the truth of the matter. It's really, people are still been taking, I can tell you so many testimonies with just comfrey itself.
Right.
It's high in iron, very good for women when they have issues with anemia issues. So the list goes on. It's been around for millions of years, and it still grows right out in Fairmount Park. How about that?
There's nothing going on.
Okay. All right, Dr. Paul. Lily Scott wants to know about nervous leg syndrome. Can you speak on that a little bit? What causes it?
Nervous leg syndrome sounds like something they just came up with. That's basically it. Nervous leg syndrome has a lot to do with autonomic disruption. That person would have to be assessed. They just come up with these things just so that they can make and attach a pill to it. That's the only thing that, you have a symptom, you have a problem. Here's a research study that says that you have this, so this is what you take. that's what it goes to. Restless legs can be a lot of problems. It could be muscle, it could be magnesium deficiencies, it could be nervous system, it could be autonomic disruption, it could be a lot of things. But usually when it comes down to dehydration, malnutrition, and it also can be dysfunction of imbalances of some sort. So that person would need an assessment. You know, we don't take a lot of the times when I hear something like that, it's just to pinpoint a specific drug. So keep that in mind. Yeah.
Okay. Or just
All
down
right.
the money. And we don't want you
Yeah.
disrupting my money flow. What is wrong with
Thank
you?
you.
Restless
So
leg syndrome.
would that be a part of RA, rheumatoid arthritis and stuff?
Well, look at it. Listen, whenever you hear the word syndrome, you know what that really means? We
No.
have no idea.
They don't know what it means.
They have no idea. It's a syndrome.
catch-all word.
We don't know what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Wow.
That means they're close to saying you crazy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us are, Dr. Paul. I gotta tell you, that's okay.
It's
Listen,
in your
Sheila,
mind.
right. Sheila Lincoln wants to know, this is her first time here. So what is your recommendation for hypertension?
Hypertension goes with the understanding of what's causing the hypertension. There could be a lot of different reasons for hypertension. We start, you know, they may give them a beta blocker or a calcium blocker, something that actually stops with the stress factor. You got to look at stress factors first thing. That's the adrenals. The adrenals sit on top of the kidneys, and their job is to fight. That deals with fight or flight.
Okay.
So stress is the first thing that you want to tackle with that. Person needs an assessment. It could be the cortisol. So that means you got to watch certain foods, stay off things like caffeine products, you know, things like acidic products like sodas. All those things are going to race the system. So we try to slow it down by, you know, watching the diet, you know, making sure the person has proper hydration and also nutrition. So the green drink helps to balance that out too. We look at the scores for blood pressure and also pulse. We also have what's called a pulse pressure, not a pulse number, which actually is a number between the high and the low. So with that, we look at all those numbers to determine where the person is. But the ARM3A is a perfect device to see everything. So if there's endothelial disruptions, which means vessels are slowing down, that may mean congestion issues. If there's plaque buildup in the arteries and veins, we got to get off the oils. Got it? Or if there's last thing, it could be causing issues with the spinal. Of course, we say structural because it could be stemming from a misalignment in the back. So we look at all those things and we kind of, narrow it down. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys, listen, bear in mind, assessment. Don't take this stuff off and think, well, I can just do it by myself. Because you can't. Nobody knows everything. I wish we did, but we don't.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we get the proper things in their particular order so that we come out of the same on the top. Okay.
And
All right,
in
here we go.
addition, Brother Bill,
Yes,
Dr. Paul, in addition to that question about the hypertension, I had already in the chat box the red onion tea and cinnamon in her coffee and tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, we have to find out there's so many things that can be causing. That's like saying, I got a cough. What's the cause for a cough? Cough can be a lot of things. It's the body saying get rid of it. Could be virus, could be bacteria, could be infection, could be mucus. It could be a lot of different things. So that's why it's sort of a loaded question.
Yes.
And you just have to get an assessment. That's why we keep saying assessment, because it could be many things. I'm going to tell you that if you pull back off a lot of this food, you're going to see some amazing things. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about doing a detox, a NGB detox, for like class, and this to prove the point that you can take water and a green drink and clear out a whole lot of problems. Yep. You can start to just focus on those things, the green drink and a good water, and you can see some things really just clear out. It's almost like a detox fast type thing.
Right,
So it it can make a difference with a lot of folks. Clear up your mind.
Okay. All right. Here's like a two-part question here, Dr. Reed. What are some of the best mixtures of herbs to keep cortisol levels at a good range? That's one. Also, what are the differences between African herbs and Chinese herbs? That's a two-part question.
Okay, so the first one was for cortisol levels. To keep cortisol levels down, you want the cumulatives. So the things like kava kava, things like red raspberry. Okay, these are not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Things like willow bark. Okay, these are cumulative. Valerian roots. Okay, rosemary. These are your cumulative family. Got it? All of these help to bring your body back to balance. Soothes and calms. Things like, I did mention also valerian roots. Okay, these are all the things that help to calm the central nervous system so that you can actually start to bring yourself back to balance. Now, what was the other question again?
My brain just went off.
African herbs.
Yeah, the difference between Chinese and
guess what's the difference between Chinese and African herbs?
Chinese in Africa.
The country they grown in.
Guess what's the difference? Nothing.
One above the equator, nothing below. The dirt they grew in.
It's based on the region they come from. And sometimes you'll see the same names, but they just have changed names based on the culture they come from. That's it. That's where the language comes in. So that's why sometimes we'll look for the translation because, say, for instance, moringa, right? Moringa aloe. So moringa aloe, if you call it here, we call it moringa, right? But if you go to certain parts of Africa, it has like 5 or 6 names. One name is called drumstick. One's called the Solomon tree. Some of them call it the never die tree. These are just different cultures. Same herb. But it has different culture names. Now, some of them are variations in species. So some may be in, like someone mentioned, I heard higher or lower climate. It does matter. So sometimes it's the different species, but it's in a different version based on the culture, and it's a derivative of another thing. So, yep, it's all the same, y'all. It's just different names based on the culture in which it comes from.
All right. All right. So now, next one, where do hand trimmers come from, Dr. P?
Hand trimmers, like you mean like your hands, like you're shaking like that? Yeah, mineral deficiency. Mineral deficiency. That can be mineral deficiency. That can be autonomic disruption. Remember, we talked about the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is the central nervous system. It's the protective coating over your central nervous system. But a lot of times, if we're having too much sugar, sugar. I'm gonna tell you the first thing I go with when I see your hand shaking. I said, you gotta watch your sugar. Watch your sugar, refined salt. Remember, if it's dense and dehydrated and concentrated, the first thing the body's gonna say is, I need water. Got it? Where am I going to pull this water? If you're not giving me the water, guess what? I'm going to pull it from your arteries, your veins, or your nervous system. Got it? And that's when you're going to see the shake. That's why the autonomic system is first thing that happens when someone like a diabetic or something hasn't had, or the sugar changes, you're going to see their hands start to shake. Or somebody that's maybe having a mineral deficiency. So it's affecting the central nervous system. That's the test. Number one test we do called the autonomic disruption on the RM3A. Okay, so yeah, you can see it. It's always autonomic. So what does that mean? That means staying off those things we just said: refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. Get your hydration up. Some of the things that help with that would be things like Gotu Kola. Gotu Kola, Gotokola, Gotu Kola. Yep. Some of them also with the nervous system would be ginkgo. Ginkgo is good. Okay. And if I give you one more, bacopa. Bacopa. B-A-C-O-P-A. Bacopa. Those are just traditionally the ones, not the ones specifically for that situation, but of course, just traditionally used. Yep.
Okay. Listen, guys, let me remind you, there was a question about where do you get your products, guys. Listen, just or listen, do yourself a favor. Request the chat. All the information you're asking about, and where you get all Dr. Paul's products, all of that information in
Okay,
the
well,
chat.
we got to give it up. We got to give it up also for those on the phone. You know,
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta
true.
maybe
All
stop.
right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, when we're talking right now, there's Wayne Avenue Health Food, right? That's number one, products. All right. Then, of course, there's
Well,
Shop Doc.
Mr. Pollock doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it
He
anymore.
doesn't carry it.
Okay. All right.
But it would be Wayne Avenue Health.
Right.
And
Okay.
at Wayne Avenue Health, go to shop dot.
DrPaulHerbs.com.
You got it. That's the way you grab it.
That's where you get it.
We keep it stocked in there. We never run out. People come and say it's not at the herb store. I said that's their choice. We can't control that. You know, they decide to order when they want to order. And we just always stay in stock online. If y'all know, we got a good turnaround when it comes to online. So yeah, we're keeping it moving. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I ordered mine on Friday. It came on Saturday.
There you go. Thank you. Yes. We try to get it out
I
as
have
soon
my
as possible.
order too.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I'm a witness. I'm a witness.
Let me say, guys, again, make sure you send me a request for the check, okay? You send that to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's mechavideo@gmail.com to make sure you get it. All right. And of course, need to say, let me just, my shameless plug in here, Dr. Boy, make sure that you support the family tree, guys. Use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. And if you use your bank through Zelle, that ID is mechavideo@comcast.net, or you can use our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Guys, listen, we're coming down to the end of the year. We want to make sure you get access to all the information. So put that information, send those requests for the chats, and that way you have a great thing. All right.
I second that on that green drink. Dr. Paul be beating Amazon. Look.
That must be her ride. Sound like her ride.
That sound like her ride. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got my 3 packs. I was tempted to get that 6-pack deal. That 6-pack deal was sweet, you know. But I said, wait a minute. Let me act like I know. Okay, I gotta get these bills paid, and I ordered the 3-pack. I ordered the 3-pack, but they came within 2 days. Yeah, 2 days time.
Yeah, we try to kick it around and turn around real fast because we know in that time of season. So you know, really people are really depending on it a lot. So I really have to kick it up because it really makes a difference. And when people are taking it, we're seeing lives change, you know, because it's really, you know, we're in the Northern Hemisphere. We're not getting real energy. We're not getting it. So if you're not eating properly or you're getting exposed to chemicals and all the sweets and things like that, take a green drink.
Yeah.
Start to clear you. That'll get you straight. Yeah. All right.
We in a middle of a mess up here where we are, Dr.
You know what? It's a mess, man. It really is. It really is.
Okay,
Hey, Green, you got my tree behind you. What you got behind you?
I'm not telling you. Ha. I stole that joker, boy.
Order it. I ordered it. Yeah, let me know.
Boy.
All right, let's see. What else we have there? Anybody else?
That's pretty much it, man. On the questions, no more hands, but you know, so you can.
Anybody
No. There was question. There's a question earlier in the chat. Bill, go back and look. There's a question about the green light. Somebody just posted it again, and there's a question about polio.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Something to take for polio was further back in the beginning of the chat.
Okay. If you remember right off the top of your head, or if the individual is here, can you come forward and ask the question? You can do that right now. I had a question about the polio.
Is anybody there?
Oh yeah, Dr. Paul, how can you prevent childhood polio without the vaccine?
Yeah, so you gotta, you know, is where, you gotta get, you know, the information. Now, if this were something just in general that we're talking about, you know, we're talking about, of course, the central nervous system, you know, because, you know, this is going to deal with paralysis and things like that. So these virals, we treat it like any other virus. You got it? So any type of viral disease, we're going to try the specific herbs that we deal with. But the child, if it's for a child, we have to look how we're going to, bring this to the child, if that's what we're trying to do. So I would have more questions for them. What are we trying to do here? Is it just for general information, or this is just preventative, or is this something that you're treating directly? So just keep in mind, it's just like any other virus. it has the ability to replicate. And with that, it starts to move. It moves and replenishes, and it starts to move. And, in those cases where it causes like needles in the legs and things like that, you can have a lot of symptoms from that. So what we try to do is support it the best way we can. If somebody's going through it or if it's preventative, we have to ask those questions first. All right. So did they ask any, like, how is this just general, or what did they ask?
It was pretty much in general.
Yeah, so you can't really give out a specific herb because I don't know how old the child is, or if it's for a child, what their situation. You gotta not give an analysis for what's going on with the child first, because sometimes there may be some other underlying issues already. So we got to be very careful with children. I really don't try to do too much with children because really, if you really think about it, their systems are already pretty perfect. They just got here. So what happens is what we expose them to that weakens the immune system. That's the key. You got to make sure that they're staying away from sugar, all of the dyes and the candies and the things like titanium dioxide, all that gloss and stuff that's on it. See, all that stuff weakens the immune system. So I would have more questions. If they would like to give me a call, we can do a phone consultation. That's usually where we start.
Okay.
Dr. Paul, when was the last time, if you remember, you heard of a case of polio?
Yeah, exactly. They're very rare right now. There are some cases. Somebody brought that up to me the other day, and I said, well, I don't know. They don't pretty much report on it. But if you go to cdc.com, you can pretty much punch in their search menu, and it'll give you any data that they have reported. Any data reported will be reported to the CDC. They can tell you for that week what took place. So if you have if it was like meningitis, or if it was like polio, or some type of, rare something, you just punch it right in there and it'll give you the data. That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay.
Now, since there's not another question right there, I have one. I'm still not clear enough to explain this, and because you hear it all the time on TV, and I'm hearing different things with the probiotic and the prebiotic. I want to be 100% clear on this, and I'm not clear enough to explain it to someone else, what they need, what they don't need.
Okay, so I would look at it from this standpoint. What's happening in the gut first? Let's start there. So when we are breaking down food, we have good and bad bacteria. Good and bad. So you probably say, well, I thought all bacteria was bad.
No.
No, it's not. Not all bacteria is bad. You have good and you have bad. So what's the difference? What makes it good and what makes it bad? Well, the one that is bad is, remember, anything that eats defecates. Got it? So that means even cells, when they eat, they defecate. So that means even cells have circadian rhythm. Wow, that's pretty deep. So that means when you take something like bad bacteria, when it eats, it defecates toxins.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
But when good bacteria eats, it defecates what? Nutrients.
Nutrients, yes.
So now when your bad bacteria overtakes the good bacteria, that's when we got inflammation in the gut. Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome. So what we have to do is support the good bacteria. So when we're talking about probiotics versus prebiotics, we always want to be with the prebiotics, because probiotics are who's the greatest converter? Who's the greatest? We are the converter. So that means we want the fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, seeds. We flip it. So you don't need a probiotic if you already are eating prebiotics. So if you're basically taking a probiotic, a lot of it's coming from lactobacillus, a lot of bovine, a lot of things that are not cultured or frequency for us as humans. Got it? So that's why we want to stay away from that stuff, because ultimately your body's saying, wait a minute, that guy don't belong here. I'm supposed to be doing that. You got it? So prebiotic is what we naturally would do. We should not be getting any probiotic from anything else other than doing it ourselves properly and safely. So hopefully that cleared it up.
Well, it's clearing each time.
He's
Now,
clear.
you know what? I was reading in the chat here, just always look through the chat. And someone, because I figured you would see, or Bill would see it and answer it. But someone had asked about giving toddlers carnation milk.
Yes, I was just going to go. I was just getting ready to go to that question. I
And
just
I
saw that,
wanted, I
Nisha.
was going to
Forgot
put
about
something in
that
there,
one.
but I said, no, I'll leave that for Dr. Paul.
I just saw that question. That was Shelley wanted to know. Is it good for toddlers?
I'm going to be careful with this one.
Okay.
Because I know that everybody, when times was hard now.
That's
right.
Times was hard.
Milk.
You already know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
You take some carnation milk, put some water in it.
Yeah.
Fill it up, make it. Stretch it now. Stretch it.
Well, I know that's right.
But remember, this stuff is highly condensed. Remember, condensate. Anything condensed is what?
That's right.
Very dehydrating, and usually it's evaporated already, and this stuff is already torn down. So what is it going to do? It's going to pull your moisture out of your body. It's literally going to cause high blood pressure. You got it? That's what it's going to do. It's going to raise your blood pressure because it's pulling the moisture out of your body. These are hydrogenated products. These are products that when they want to they pull all the moisture out of it, they keep it on the shelf by condensing it. That's the whole point. So what is it? Stay away from it. Absolutely. There's no question about it. We did it when we had to do it, but please get off this stuff, y'all. Cow milk, calves, that's it.
Yeah. I just feel at toddler age, why do you need milk anyway if you're still not breastfeeding?
Exactly.
You don't need it.
Yeah. So really we encourage breastfeeding, because of the fact that you have this thing called oxytocin, which is the love hormone, which only the mother can give the child. So we encourage that you breastfeed if you can, okay? Because I know there's some complications, but we help the women to actually start to lactate. So we actually can help them with that. So, but no evaporated milk, y'all. And no creamers either. No creamers, coffee creamers.
I breastfed, but what do you recommend for someone who's not breastfeeding?
Breastfeeding.
That's it. You breastfeed. That's the best thing.
That's the best thing.
Of course, but everyone don't do that. So what would you recommend for someone who don't breastfeed?
Well, when that's happening, believe it or not, there are some natural organic versions of it. If you go online, there's some natural organic versions that for women that cannot lactate for whatever reason. And if I were to tell you what they were more of, they're more of like green drinks. If you look at all of the ingredients, because remember, when you're talking about liquid forms, when the baby is actually in this state where the mother is actually the immune system. That's where they don't really understand that the child does not have an immune system yet. They're still developing. So that's why it's important for the mother to breastfeed, because the areola of the woman's areola, the color of that will notice that it starts to change colors. A lot of women say, wow, my nipples are turning dark, really dark. Well, that's the baby. Literally, the body is trying to tune into the frequency of the baby. This is some deep stuff, y'all. This is some deep stuff. And if the baby starts to now suck on the mother, the baby is actually telling and communicating with the mother what I really need when it comes to nutrients. This is the melanin thing, y'all, that's so deep that we can't even understand it. So this is what's happening. So the color changes like a dial. And it dials up more of this nutrients, dials down that much nutrients, dial this one. So the colors are going to change. That's why it's so important for women to breastfeed. It's very, very important. It also, with that oxytocin, it binds them. It helps them to deal with binding issues. So when a child is not breastfed, they lack the ability to bind to people, to cultures, to groups, to organizations, and the things and cooperative network. That's as family. So that's why we try to encourage that really heavy. Okay.
Thank you.
So look for let me do a little research for you on that one. Okay. I'll see
While
if I
you're
can find.
researching, Dr. Paul, the last question I found that we did not answer was red light therapy devices. Do they actually reduce pain, inflammation, wrinkles, etc.?
Yeah, red light is good. You can do some red light. All of that stuff in therapies, you want to try them all. You know, with acupuncture, red light, you know, infrared therapy, you know, far infrared therapy, all of it. Try it all because some levels it can help everyone in some way. So I encourage you to just you know, to be exploratory with that. You know, most of them are non-invasive, so you wouldn't have anything to much worry about it. Just make sure somebody knows, you know, who's administering it. They're pretty on point with what they're doing. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Harai, you got your hand up.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I found a product in CVS for the with the MSN and the chondroitin and it has boswellia herb in it. And I just thought that was very interesting that that product had the herb that I heard you mention. So I got it's called the glucosamine chondroitin with the MSN, and it's made by CVS. So I got it simply because I saw that herb in it, and also the boron it has in it. You know, but I just thought that was interesting that you know over the counter product that is not an herbal product is including the herbs. And I just wanted to say on the breastfeeding, I think they call it the La Leche organization. I forget what they call, but it's an organization that specializes in nothing but breastfeeding. They have wet nurses, and I'm quite sure they also must have some milk that they can sell to mothers, you know, or I don't know whether they sell it or share it or whatever. But I know when I was breastfeeding my 10 children, and I breastfed all 10 of them, you can feel your milk coming, and like the baby would be sleeping. I was like, the baby's getting ready to wake up because the breast production is almost on a timer in accordance with the baby's behavior.
Yeah.
And also, now it might be just me, but it increases your intuition. There's a line of I don't know whether there's neurotransmitters or whatever, but your thoughts and the baby's thoughts are connected.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
that's what I found in my experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, when you notice that the baby does not take the breast at one time, remember the baby feed should be on the left side. Right side is the detox side. A lot of people don't know that. That's the right side. Some of them are in a detox. Sometimes it'll go through a cycle where it will be detoxing. The baby just won't take that side. That's the reason why you're detoxing. So it's a rhythmic dance. That's all the best way to
That's
be.
deep. That's
It's
deep,
amazing.
Dr.
It's
Paul.
amazing. It's a
Yeah,
rhythmic
man.
dance that goes on, communicating with the baby and mother. That's why it's so much of a bonding experience. It's a psychic experience between the mother.
That is 100% truth. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble, but anybody that can put on some makeup and a wig and become a woman, they got another thing coming because God is a master scientist.
Yes.
All right, get off my phone. Stop telling the truth.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's right. So it's
this whole cycle is connected, and I'm
it is.
now talking to my daughters about my
Yeah.
granddaughters who are becoming of age and getting their mints, and I'm
Mhm.
like telling them, you know, like wait a minute, them hormones is getting ready to jump off. You know, like start getting a little bit closer to your daughters because now they're going to start getting interest because now you know their bodies are thinking about you know, it's just natural to start thinking about boys.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting ready to go into your reproductive area. But what my point is, it's a whole science to this.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
with makeup and a wig.
yeah. Now, there's another area that's very, very important that you don't want to disrupt in the cycle of pregnancy, and that's the second trimester. The second trimester. Second trimester is the mind. So spirit, mind, and body.
Body,
So
right.
in that second trimester, that's when the body is determining the identity. That's some deep stuff, boy. We do a whole class with this that it was just blowing my mind. And it really just said, you know what? We don't know nothing. We
Yeah,
have
man.
no idea
So
about
so
nothing.
very true, my friend.
But the identity is in the second trimester. So you don't want to stress the woman in the second trimester because that's the baby's identification. You know, that's
Wow.
identifying. Yep.
That's deep. That's
Identifying
deep.
who they are. And you
Mm.
ever heard somebody saying, I feel like this, but I'm living like that? That usually has something to do with the disruption of the second trimester. That's usually where it
Okay.
happens.
Wow.
So
Well,
we
I know one thing. The one child that I had where I was pure vegetarian, that child was born and it was a very easy delivery and she was very peaceful and all her life she's been very peaceful. Now the other ones, you can tell by the way the child is born. If the child takes a hard time getting here, I had my last child and I think he took almost about a week I was in labor. And then his personality is just like that in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's the learning styles. You remember we talk about the learning styles? A lot of the learning styles and how we are receive information. And you ever see anybody do like this? This is a piece of this a little bit. I don't want to go too deep with this tonight. But you ever see anybody laugh and when they laugh they go like this, big B?
Yes,
Like
yes, yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
somebody like curls up every time they laugh. Well, they say that's the first time they curled up was like that was in their mother's belly. That was their first time they laughed. Yep.
Wow.
That's some deep stuff.
That's deep.
That's some deep stuff. Yep. That's their first. And if they do that all the time, that's the first move of laughter that they did as a infant was when they were in their mother's belly. They curled up like that. So interesting stuff. Very interesting.
Yeah, I try. You know, Dr. Paul, and some of the classes with some of the young boys I talk to, you know what? When you are getting to that point where you're fathering children and things like that, I said, do yourself a favor. Do not make your wife unhappy, because guess what? It's going to come back to haunt you after the child is born.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's just the truth. That what Harai is talking about is just real.
It's very real. Don't stress the woman. That's right.
You give a hard time during that time. When you give them a hard time, it's like that's a direct connection. And you actually, Dr. Hall, you actually see the mother's belly move around when you when that stuff is happening. And if you pay attention, guys don't listen. You know what? We are a bunch of goofballs. Men don't know nothing. Can I just go there? We don't know jack, y'all. Help us, help the brothers out, y'all, because we don't know nothing. We don't even want to go to the doctors for our own selves. So you have to help us understand. I used to say that I think that all young boys should see a child born. I think it would cut down on a lot of illegitimacies. Hear me. When you see a woman go through the kind of pain that goes through for a child to come here, it will make a brother begin to think of, ooh, do I want to do that? If I love humanity, I will not do that to another person.
Well, I know my husband was in the delivery room and the doctor came in and said, well, we want to give you something to ease the pain. And he was standing there saying, well, do you have anything for me?
For me? There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. All right, one final question, Dr. Paul. Margaret says that she had surgery to remove cancer tumor from her left breast, when she was told in stage 1. What's the best steps to stay cancer-free holistically?
Alkaline. Stay alkaline. Test your pH. You got to stay alkaline. Alkaline-based diet. Go to Google, punch in alkaline-based diet. That's what you want. Alkaline-based diet. To give you a hint, the Mediterranean diet is a good way to start. Okay, and there's breakfast, lunch, dinner. Those are preparatory meals that will be alkaline-based recipes. You got to stay alkaline. You got to stay hydrated. You got to test yourself. So the only way that you know if you're going into a state of acidosis is to test yourself. So that's what we do. Okay, so you got to stay on point. All right, stay alkaline, because remember, cancer cannot live in an alkaline state. Got it?
There you go.
So if
I
that's
just
the
I
case,
just had to share that with my brother just today, Dr. Paul. And you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, let's not get away from the very simple knowledge factor that we tend to forget, getting caught up in research and all of this other stuff that we've been distracted from. The real point is cancer cannot live in an all alkaline state.
No.
So all you got to do is what? You got one goal. That's all. Your one task. That's it.
That's right.
All right. I did find a baby's formula. It's called Bebe M. Bebe M. Okay, I'm looking at the ingredients here. Bebe, Bebem. It's an organic and plant-based formula. Okay, and it's a rice base, so it's actually plant-based, dairy-free, no dairy. Got it? So it's mommy formula. That's where the website is. Mommy formula. Yeah. And I believe you can grab that on I think they have 3 stages. They have 1, 2, and 3 stages. Yep.
There's 2 other questions in the chat box, Bill.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Where am I, Prophet?
It's right before you posted that last place to get the chat.
Yeah. Okay. The dry brush one. What are the thoughts on dry brushing? Helpful?
Oh, I love dry brushing.
Detoxing or not?
Yeah, absolutely. That's lymphatic system. You got to do dry brushing is excellent. That's a lymphatic system. I suggest that if you are someone, especially with cancer or been post effects of cancer, and if you're trying to that's part of your therapy would be getting to a good lymphatic massage or masseuse. Dry brush is excellent. That may be one of the methods that they use. So yes, some people can actually put plat for themselves. If you just kind of just do the main 3, you got 3 sets of pairs, y'all. Remember, first pair is under here. Got it?
Yep.
This is cervical. Got it? Axillary under the armpits, and then inguinal in the groin. Yep. So all you got to do is just move it towards the closest gate. I call them gates. They're gates. And that way you recycle and it moves it out. So you can go right online and you can show you how to do a lymphatic massage on yourself.
Okay. All right. Then that last question then is what's going on when you have decreased lung tissue shown on X-ray?
Well, decreased lung tissue, it could be a lot of things going on there. I would ask them, are they a former smoker? Were they, could have been exposed to something, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. They could have been asbestos. They could have been working in construction. It's a lot of things that could be. The pleurisy is the lining in the entire lung area. So the depletion of pleurisy has a lot to do with the immune system. So we would build the immune system with all the herbs that are lungs. Okay, so now also I'm gonna go one more level deep. Anytime you're dealing with lungs, you're dealing with grief.
Yes.
Got it? Grief. Okay, so they know that that's the first place when someone is going through something. For example, when they see children that have been abused, they all have lung issues. They're having a lot of lung issues because what happens when they took the breath out of you?
Yes.
Got it? The fear and trauma is the breath. So that's where we start to now get the person to really learn how to relax. We decompress them with decompression time, those cumulative herbs that we talked about, but also the lung herbs are the mullein, just not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Mullein would be one. Comfrey would be another one. Also getting with herbs like nettle, stinging nettle, horehound, alfalfa, pleurisy. There's an actual herb called pleurisy, which is specifically dealing with the lungs. Got it? Also yarrow, yerba, YERBA. Got it? Elderberry. Okay, these are all lungs and actually builds the lining of the lungs, but also preventative. So you want to do also a good parasite cleanse. So I would do something like my parasite cleanse would be one of the things that I would recommend for those things also. And just in general, just talking in general.
Okay.
All right.
All right, my friend. Well, listen, Dr. Lee, that's it, man. That's the last question.
Is it.
No,
That's it, bud.
this is the very last one. Can
Go
you
ahead.
and you know I'd make you be gone, but
make you be gone.
Can you ingest peppermint and eucalyptus oil?
I didn't even see that one.
Peppermint, yes. Eucalyptus, yes. Yep. That's in the thieves oil. That's what I take every day. Got my thieves oil on me all the time. Yep, thieves oil. See right here, y'all. Keep it on me. Keep it on me.
Yeah, buddy.
Keep it on me.
I've
And
never
guess what?
ingested mine. I just spray it on me. I've never actually
Like
sprayed.
this. This is what. Right in
Does
the
it
mouth.
need to be organic?
That's it.
Does it need to be organic?
It should always be organic.
Always organic.
Yeah, it should always be organic. Yeah. And with that, you know, we have the special formulas if you need that formula. RSV is on a high. Also, walking pneumonia is on a high. That's why I keep mine on me. I would suggest you all do the same.
I have mine too. Yeah, buddy.
Make your, these all. If y'all know how to make it, right? Y'all know how to make y'all. Remember?
No.
Okay, go to the website and download
right there
on the download. You got it down there, Providence. She probably already got it down there.
No, it may be earlier on. I think I put it in the chat box early on.
Okay, I got you. Well, I tell you what, I can do a link. Let me do a link real quick. Can I do a link? I'll do a link.
And we'll be posting the formula.
Okay. I'll do a link real quick, and then that can go right to the website. That'll probably be the best way.
Okay.
The ultimate. Yep, here it is. There it is. And I'm going to copy that link. Copy, and I'm going to put it down for everybody.
Yes.
It's going to be a long link, but just click it. That's all right?
That's all right. And Dr. Paul, I got 4 of them. I got one in my car. I got one I carry on me. It's crazy, man. I don't trust nobody. I love us. I don't trust us anymore. That's a terrible thing. It's just truth, though.
If you click that, click that link.
Take you right to it.
And for those that are listening by phone, I want to give out that Thieves Oil formula. Remember, Thieves Oil was the formula that was put together by those that were battling the Black Death or the Black Plague. Got it? So they used this thing called Thieves Oil, and it was by those that were marauding and stealing in areas that were quarantined, Big B.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
How are they stealing when we've quarantined this area as death? They said it was so death and destruction, the bodies stank so bad that they couldn't even walk through the areas of the cities or the small towns. Got it? So what did they do? They said these marauders were going through and stealing people's gold, diamond, and precious, all of their possessions. They say, well, how are they doing this and not getting sick? Well, guess what? They said, we're going to have to catch one of them. And just like they always, somebody got caught. So they brought them in and said, look, we want to know, we'll let you go if you tell us how you did it. They said, well, I'm from a line of naturopathic and what they say, perfume experts and herbalists. And we actually put together a formula, put it in, our mask, sprayed it all over our body, and it protected them from the Black Death. How about that? Boy. So they said, oh, well, thank you for telling us, and take them away and hang them anyway. That's what they did. So that formula is, here it is. If you're listening by phone, here is the formula for Thieves Oil. It's clove bud essential oil, 40 drops. Okay, and this is what would go. Let me back up one point. You would take small bottles like this, like a 2-ounce bottle, like this, with spray on it. Can y'all see that? You'll see that? And you would fill it up with about 2/3 high of a good water, like a Crystal Geyser water. Got it? Follow me? All right. So the herbs you would use, you got to get a dropper. Get you a herbal dropper, a liquid herbal dropper. And here are the herbs, oils, essential oils that you would get. Clove bud, and that would be 40 drops. Lemon balm, and that's 35 drops. And this is per 2 ounces. Got it? Per 2 ounces. Cinnamon oil. It can be bark or leaf. 20 drops. Eucalyptus. Somebody just asked me about eucalyptus. Eucalyptus. 15 drops. And rosemary. 10 drops. Got it? Shake it up. Now you can have a antiseptic. It's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic. It's all 5.
Yes.
And it helps to clear the lungs. It can also be used. That same formula can be used to put in, the Vicks machine that you got with the steam coming up, the vaporizers. You can put it right in there and put the towel over there, and that'll clean out any and all bacteria. But also, it's good for colds and flus and things like that.
What was the 20 drop?
What was that?
What was one of the 20 drops? Was that cinnamon?
Cinnamon, yes. Cinnamon. It can be the oil or the leaf. It can be the oil bark or the leaf. It can be from the bark or the leaf.
How many times a day to take it?
There's no times a day. You can take it as often as
Take
you
it
need.
whenever you need it.
And you know what's good also? I keep the small ones, so if I'm going shopping, I'll put it on the shopping carts. On the fingers, the hands, on my doors. It's just excellent. Everywhere I go, if I feel like I'm being, I'm around a lot of people all the time. So hand bumps, handshakes, hugs, all kind of stuff. I got to keep this on me.
Yeah.
So it helps to keep me through all of the things that we know as far as colds and things like that. Also spraying your doorknobs at home. When you're inside and outside, wash them down. What's the dirtiest place that people don't think about? What's the dirtiest place that people don't think about keeping clean?
The doorknobs.
Pocketbook and your phone.
Pocketbook and your phone. Phone would be one.
Yeah,
phone. Also, the keyboard on your computer.
Yes.
Yep, keyboard on your computer. How about the gas pump?
Yes, definitely.
Everybody should have a separate rag or something, or a separate towel every time you use the gas pump.
Well, we don't have that problem in New Jersey. We're not allowed to touch pumps in New Jersey. So
That's why I go to Jersey to get my gas.
I keep napkins in the car, paper towels, and that's what I use now.
Yeah, buddy.
Paper towels and napkins, or you can get the wipes, whatever works. Y'all heard of dude wipes? Y'all heard of dude wipes?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's serious business. It's serious business.
Extra large wipes for dudes.
Yeah, extra large. Yeah, buddy.
All right. I think is that it. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
That's it.
I want to thank everybody. And Big B, let's give everybody. Hey, I want to say to everybody, Big B, we thank you so much for being able to, take these programs and post them on Facebook, and also we're doing on YouTube still, right? We're on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Okay, still on YouTube and all those things. So family, if you got anything, support Big B over there. Drop them a line. Big B, tell them how they can support us, buddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what I also do, Dr. in the chat, I always include both links to Facebook and YouTube within the link, as well as the chat itself. So I think that works out really, really well. And make sure that you get a copy of the chat guide. Do yourself some favor. Send me a copy. Send a copy to what? mechavideo@gmail. You send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. And to support the Family Tree, guys, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. $ Bill Morgan. And if you go through the bank through Zelle, that contact ID is mechavideo@comcast.net. Or just send direct to the P.O. Box, which is 191 Motherca Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your frenemies, bring everybody. Well, right in, y'all, to the Family Tree every hump day.
All right. Give
buddy.
yourself a hand. Can everybody give a shout? Did you learn anything this evening?
Always. Oh, this is a good class tonight, man.
Family.
Yeah, buddy. Yes.
we say this always a pleasure because we learn from each other. Iron sharpens iron. I want to give a shout out to Prophetess over there, aka
Yeah, Prophetess. Yes, indeed.
Burning it up over there on the keys.
Prophetess be flying, boy.
Yes, thank you so much.
She's the backbone. She's the backbone.
And of course, we gotta give the host with the most, Big B.
Hey.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for holding it down while we had the power. I'm just glad no power went back out.
Good job. Good job. No, but see, the one thing that I already knew was that, you know what? Even though you're going, as long as I was here,
that's right.
Then it keeps going. See, that's
there you go. See you go.
Good job tonight.
Good to know we got back up. That's right. That's right. All right, buddy. Family. I want to say, continually take this information. You know what? I wanted to give a shout out to, I don't know if he had a chance to get on, but you know what? This week, yesterday, I went and saw Woody. Y'all hear Woody when I go on the radio all the time. And Woody comes in, and Woody says, you got to come see me. Every week he's been saying this for about 4 years.
Wow.
So I went and hung out with Woody, had a great time. Let me tell you what a beautiful spirit and individual this is. And he is a pillar of culture. If you've never gone down to it, go down to Woodrow's Barber, and he's like a museum in there.
Wow.
He shows you on a lot. So many people came through there. Michael Jackson came through there. Jesse Jackson came through there.
That's what's up, man.
Barkley. Nina Simone. I mean, It goes on and on and on. It is phenomenal. My son and I had a great time. Shout out to Woody. You know, what a great guy. And I tell you, he is an incredible brother with a heart of gold. So shout out to Woodrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's been trying to get here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still cutting hair, too. Yeah.
Text me his address. I want him to do my fro.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
I want him to do my... Yes.
I ain't talking to you, Mark, because you got a fro. I don't even have one. I got to go buy one.
All right.
He's always.
So
he
God
should know what I
bless
need.
y'all. Thank God. Keep you
man.
out. And remember, if you're breathing,
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody.
All right, tap it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Be safe, Prophetess, as you roll out.
I see you, Marcy. Tap it out. Come on down. Hey, Kamara, it was good seeing you yesterday.
Good seeing you too. Thank you.
All right. Come on down.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Yep.
Little Qigong. That's
All right. Yep.
On the left side. Come on the left side. On the left side. Yeah, that's right. That one.
Your other left.
Open the hand up. Good. On the other side. Tap.
All right, big wave.
Tap on the inside. Good. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. I want to hear you breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in.
Yep, buddy. Yeah.
Breathe out. Good. Cam, I got a toy for you next week, Ronnie. Breathe in.
Yep, we'll go.
Breathe out. I couldn't bring it today because I don't know how to work it yet.
Okay, we'll do.
I just got it in the mail. I don't know how to work it yet. Breathe out. All right, last thing. Clap it up. Shout out to Facebook over there. Thanks for hanging in. We appreciate y'all. Come on. All right, now we're gonna start to run them in. Get that energy going. Come on.
Yep.
Get that in, yeah? Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Get that heat going. Y'all feel that heat? Yeah, get that heat going. Clap and rub. One more time. Clap and rub. And stop. And
There you go. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Ooh, what music is this tonight?
Yeah. Come on, who can dance out there? Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcy. Hey, go ahead, Tamara. Tamara, got the camera. Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
Go, Carol. Go, Carol. Go, Carol.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. Yep.
Go, Carol. Go ahead. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. I always got to keep up with Marcy. Marcy doing something. I don't even know what she's doing.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hey.
Go ahead. Go. All right, Roy. I see you, Roy. Good seeing you today, Roy. All right. Go ahead, Tamara. Go, Tamara.
I'm over here, Dr. B. I'm ahead.
You upside down, buddy. I tell you, man. You define gravity over there.
Yo, buddy, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, man, Big B, that was too cool, man.
Hey, go.
Where's Marcy? I see you. Y'all remember the things. Y'all having too much fun over there.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, on the weekend, buddy.
10, 9,
Yes, sir.
8, 7,
Yep.
6,
Yep.
5,
Yep.
4, 3, 2,
Yep.
and 1. Good night. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the weekend.
Yeah, buddy. Blessings.
Big B, give me a word, man. Give us a word before we leave. You got a word?
Great night today, man.
All right.
Have a good one, man.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Yeah, buddy.